Hey guys, so I noticed something scary about the YuYuYu series. Not just the fact of Sange doing things and whatever. It's not just the Sange, because that's just scary in itself. We all know that. But just think about this. Well, you know how in season 1, episode 2, right before Mimori Togo transforms for the first time after losing usage of her legs and stuff like that and changing her name back to Mimori. I'm not sure why I said usage when use was the better word to use. It's late, so and I'm also kind of drawing at the same time here, so give me a break. Anyway, so after all of that happens, you know how it is, Anyway, so Yuna Yuki is being attacked by Scorpio. And well, of course, that's scary in itself. Like being attacked by a freaking vertex with a scorpion tail, how would that not be scary, right? Of course it's scary. And yes, I did just sniff my drawing book that I got for the holidays. And I got some markers in here because I have a drawing planned out. And I'm sketching on this. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Back to what I was talking about. So, the whole thing is that Scorpio is attacking Yuna. And, well, Yuna gets saved by Mimori Togo, but we all knew that because she transformed in there. But if it was if it was not for the fairy, like Yuna's fairy, of course, Yuki, then honestly, here's the scary part of that. Yuna would have had the same fate as two of our favorite No YuYu girls. She'd have had the same fate as Anzu and Tamako, actually, because Anzu and Tamako were killed by Scorpio when it impaled them after Tamako's shield broke. Which is honestly quite scary. I mean, imagine if you're in their position. Their death scene, them holding hands and everything, it's kind of cute as well as it being extremely sad. I guess it's kind of both, but mainly sad. Anyways, so you have that going on, right? So you have that, and well, to think Yuna could have had the same fate as them is really scary, actually. And well, I mean, Sonoko literally went up against Scorpio, so I mean, she could have ended up like that too. But the Nogi family, strong Nogi family. And the reason I'm going to be drawing a picture from this book is because as I'm doing this, I cannot really think of my pose myself as I'm talking because it just really won't work. Anyway, so what is going to be happening, and what happened from there, Yuki ended up saving Yuna from meeting the same fate, which is quite scary when you think about it. But that's not the only thing that's scary about it. Though, I have a question that'll make you all think. what would have happened if characters who died never died then? Well, of course, Anzu, Tamako, Chikage, and Takashima would be dead at the point of the main story in the YuYuYu thing, because I mean, of course they'd be dead, considering it's like 300 years apart. So, 300 years is a long time. People live, people die. That's just how it goes, Now, just like, what if Anzu and Tamako never died there? What if Chikage never died? What if Takashima Yuna never died? I just did her last name first, so you all knew who I was talking about. But anyways, what if these girls never died? I mean, what would their would the clapback Yuna thing still be around? And if you don't know about that, then you do not really know the game story, do you? Anyways, yes, I'm using my tiny eraser pencil. Anyway, so on to back to what I was saying. Without that, without them dying, would the clapback Yuna still be around? Would the whole thing with up the that I'm not sure, but if you do want to know what I think would be going on, I am on AO3 and on Wattpad. Wattpad is my rough copy for this, by the way. So I'm basically writing a story called Anzu and Tamako's Future. Basically, what if Scorpion ever killed them? What if they got to live? What if they got to live, basically, and become adults and stuff? And I'm currently on part 3 of it, writing it anyways. So part 2 is out. So anyways, I'm gonna be probably doing one for Chikage and Yuna's future, and Wakaba and Hinata's future. Or should I say Gaynata, because Hinata's just extremely, extremely gay. But it's also great. She's gay, and it's great. Anyways, on to what I was saying. What if the girls never died where they died? What if they got to live? Would Chikage have even attacked Wakaba if the trump cards, but thanks to the trump cards, if perhaps say her Anzu and Tamako never died? Because if you've read the story, you know that affected her really bad. Sure, she wasn't exactly close with them, but it still affected her pretty badly, which you gotta feel bad for her about that, Anyways, thinking about it, what would have happened to the girls? Would they have, started actual families and lives or anything? Of course, 2 girls having children due to anime logic, because anime logic's best logic. Because it's anime. You gotta love the anime. And yes, I did just grab a different eraser. Now, with the girls, if they never really died, in their, where they did, like, where would they be? Would they have families and kids and stuff? Would they be happy where they are? Well, of course I'd hope, but nothing's to be confirmed, nothing's to be denied. But hey, who knows where they would be now. Despite the scary stuff and the fact that, like, what exactly would, like, I keep saying, like, my God, I'm sorry. So what exactly would have happened if, like, the girls never died like that? Like, I'm so sorry for saying, like, it's just when you're kind of focused on multiple things, you tend to just oof. Oh my God, I've been talking like this for like literally 11 minutes. I am so sorry. I'll have to finish up this video and end it off. Anyway, so if, like, the girls lived and stuff, like, what would have pretty much, like, what would have happened, basically. And, well, it's just to think about it. You never exactly know what would have happened. But in my story, you'll actually get to see something that could have happened. So I'd like you to read that if you want to know what I think could have happened, or, like, in a sense of nobody gets hurt and they got to have, like, a future kind of thing. Because I mean, let's just face it, those girls deserve a future. Like, they deserve their future. I mean, why wouldn't the girls deserve a future? So, anyways, enough of that. So, I think I shouldn't draw while talking. But anyways, so you can just stare at the markers. Anyways, so, like, what would have happened if the girls didn't die there or something? Like, what would their lives be? What descendants would they have? Would YuYuYu actually be a descendant of Takashima? Like, would that be a change? Like, what if Yin never died? Like, would Mankai still be a thing? Like, would Sonoko or Sumi have died in her place? Like, it's just stuff to think about, and it just gets deep and deep. Like, you never know. The series makes you realize you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow or the next day. You never know what's really gonna happen ever. Like, one moment you can be so happy, and, like, the next moment, like, you could just end up losing a friend. Like, it's awful, but it's just something that happens in the story, and it's also something that happens in reality as well. And there's nothing really you can do about it except sit and watch and just feel sad over it. But anyways, if you think of any other, like specific, like, no I use you like, questions that are quite deep like this, like, just why don't you comment them below? I think it'll be fun to see what you have to say. And of, like, like, maybe you can answer what you think would have happened in this. Like, for instance, like, would you have, like, where would Anzu and Tamako be if they never died? Where would Chikage and Yuna be if they never died? What would have happened if, for say, Wakaba was killed? What if Hinata still had to go through that ritual and Wakaba ended up being alone? That'd be really depressing, honestly, but it's just a thought. It, like, well, like, and of course the Sato Hinata Izumiko thing is out, like, so that's giving away some more stuff, how it is. It's like, what if Aki, who is Amiko if you don't know, got to see Anzu and Tamako again before their deaths? Like, what if she got to do that? Like, well, like, what if these girls, what if Shikage didn't end up losing her mind or attacking her bullies or trying to kill Wakaba? Like, what if she ended up getting herself under control? But, I mean, what if, would Yuna have gone and used the trump card again, which gets herself killed? Would she have done that? It's just thoughts to think about. Of course you think of thoughts. That was something stupid of me to say. Anyways, like, what do you guys think would have happened? What if Gin never died, but what if Memori Togo did? Would Gin have taken her place? What if Sonoko ended up dying? Like, would Sumi have been the one hospitalized in her place, or would Sumi still become Memori Togo again, and would Gin end up being in her place? Like, what would have happened exactly? And, well, like, for instance, what if the fairies weren't there and things like that? And if Gin never died, would Karen still be a hero, or would she still be, like, with the Mebuki group? Just thoughts to really think about. And, well, also another thing is, like, I'm literally losing what I'm trying to say here. Would these girls have had to suffer, like, through the whole Mankai thing if Gin never died, and if nobody died during that battle? And, like, what would have happened? Would more heroes still exist and join with them? Did I just say them? And I was trying to say there and them at the same time, so sorry about that. But anyways, any other comments about the series that go along with these that you think about, why don't you just leave them below? I'd be totally willing to read them. I will read them, but just be respectful about it. Like, don't link pictures to a character's death. It's just not respectful to the character, even though she's a character. I mean, I saw a picture that said, "Happy birthday, Anzu, September 16th, right? But the picture used was literally a colored version of her death, and I'm just like, my God, like, have some respect. I almost said my G's. Like, okay, that makes sense. My G's. Oof. Anyway, so just thinking about these it's quite deep with the series. Just all of these thoughts just being deep as heck. I mean, what else can you really do besides just think about these things? If there's nothing you can do and nothing that you can really say about it, then what is there anyways? Like, what would happen exactly? So, anyways, if you get any more thoughts, let me know. If I get any more thoughts, I should comment them below as well. And if you happen to have one of the same thoughts as me, then hey, great minds think alike, huh? Now, I'm gonna get going and leave you guys to just, do whatever you're gonna do. Leave your comments and just not in the description. Oof, I can't speak properly. I'm sorry. In my defense, I don't get enough oxygen to my brain, so that's why I tend to oof a lot. So everything. Just think about it. What would have happened if so and so never died, or what if so and so did die, or what if so and so died elsewhere instead of where she did, basically. And don't forget, I have the Anzu and Tamako story, about what I think their future would have been if they had survived. So just keep that in mind, and we're good. And I will see you guys later. Well, I could just be high from sniffing these markers, because I was doing a whole bunch of swatches, so I could be high from smelling them. Of course, that's being a joke. Don't get high, kids. Even though most of you are probably teenagers, you're still kids. I know as a teen, I was like, I'm not a kid, but honestly, even if you say you're not a kid, I'm pretty sure you know you're still a kid. I just drew on myself. Thank you, orange marker. Wait. You're like yellowy orange. I see. Anyway, so I'm gonna see you guys later now. Bye.